Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hey, good morning.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so should we start?
Looks like you got a few more people joining in.
Okay, so let's wait a couple of minutes. Am I recording myself?
Yes, it's recording, I think. It's
I
safe.
see. Thanks.
However, Prof, it doesn't show recording for me.
I see.
I got a notification, but it stopped, I think.
Okay. Now what I do?
Of students here.
Yeah.
At this point. So, so maybe we don't need to do introductions. We can just go ahead and start.
Yes. Okay. So, Dr. Jane, should we start now or just waiting for 1 more minutes or 2 more minutes?
Yeah. Wait for a few more minutes and then we can.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah. If the student do not show up, I will post the.
My students both were supposed to come, and I think one of them just sent me an email, and she has a poor connection, but she'll try to join through phone.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
At least they can finish the survey. That's what NSF wants.
Andrew, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here.
So Andrew is my student working with me. This is Dr.
Hi,
J.
Andrew. Yeah.
Andrew, you want to introduce yourself to the group?
Hey, I'm Andrew Doris. I'm a rising senior at UTC, and my major is business analytics or data analytics.
Wow, that's a hot topic.
Yeah, I'm excited for it to really get into my classes this upcoming year. We'll see how they end up being online or in class, but I'm from Nashville. I don't know. That's about it for now, I guess.
I see.
Sounds good. And the other student I have is Catherine, and she's trying to join. I think she has a poor connection, so hopefully.
I see. Yeah, no problem. I'm going to upload our video on the YouTube so that they can see the instruction.
Then we'll send the emails to them.
Yes, and then send the survey. I'm going to after I'm collecting the feedback of the survey, the form. So if you guys are happy, then I'm going to broadcast it. So
okay, sounds good.
Let me see. 1 more minute or just how many people now? I don't know.
Prof, before you start, check if the recording is started. So.
You want me to stop the recording?
No. I want to make sure you is starting because it doesn't show in my screen. Maybe it shows in yours.
On the top left side of the screen, it shows that it's currently recording, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Kevin. Okay, then let me see. How about 2 more minutes? Let's start from the 10:05. It's okay?
Perfect.
Good. 2 more minutes. I know it's the weather is beautiful. So.
Hi, Dr. Liang.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Lenny. So because while we are waiting, so I see 2 of my students are here. That's Andrew Calkins and Chris Hopkins. So you know both of them, right?
Yeah, I know both of them.
They took courses. They both took courses from you.
Yes, they are both good. Yeah, they are great students. So.
Okay, so Chris and Chris, you want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Oh wait, is my microphone working?
Works.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see my name immediately.
Sorry about that.
light
I
up.
better just stop the sharing so that I can see your face.
So I'm a second or third year math student with a minor in computer science. My focus in math is statistics, and my focus in computer science is just a minor. And I hope to go for computational applied mathematics at UTC's graduate school.
That's nice.
Yeah, very good. Okay, thank you, Chris. And Andrew Calkins, would you like to introduce yourself as well? Andrew? Yeah.
No, I'm Andrew Calkins. I'm a rising sophomore now, planning to major in mathematics with a minor in computer science. And then I'm just looking to see where my studies take me. So it's good to be here.
All right. Thank
Great.
you, Andrew. Yes, Andrew enrolled this program when he was a freshman. That's very impressive. He did very well. He's the only one freshman in this. Probably is only one freshman in this program.
Chris is also a freshman, right?
Oh, who?
Chris.
Chris, no. Chris is a sophomore, I think.
I see.
Sophomore or junior, yeah.
It's a good question.
Because we met in the first year, right? So
Yeah.
when you joined UTC.
Yeah, because I took your intro to computer science. However, I already took that out in Arizona, but then it didn't transfer in, so I just ended up retaking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I think I saw Dr. Lee is here now. Hi, Dr. Lee. Leo.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any students? Do you have any students representative who want to introduce, say something about themselves in Howard University or?
I'm not sure. My student, he cannot come because actually he's traveling
I see.
today. And I think that Dr. Chung actually asked his student to come. Not sure whether I'm not sure whether they're here or not. That may even.
Yeah.
Okay, my student, the other student, Catherine Moore, is also here. Catherine, you want to go and unmute yourself and introduce to the group, please?
Yeah, my name is Catherine Moore. I'm a business analytics major. I'm a rising junior. I'm hoping to get into marketing analytics after I graduate, but still kind of figuring out for now.
Great. Yeah, glad to have you in the program. So, okay, so should we start now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
let's start. A second. So can you see the screen? Can you see the screen? Is the whole screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now, yeah, we can go ahead. Yeah, today is the first welcome to the first. This is the workshop. I think for the ADACE program. Yeah, this is the first one. I think next one will be Dr. Teng. It's from the Howard University. He's going to talk about the R programming language and its application in the biology. It's the computational biology application. So, okay. So today this one is we call it VIGOR. Is our the research project, and it was sponsored by the NSF. Two NSF jointly is another one is partially coming from this ADACE program. Okay, so this is this project was led by Dr. Wu and Dr. Guo and Dr. just Mr. Desmer and myself. So the title is VIGOR, is the versatile, individualized, and generative orchestrator to motivate the movement of the people with limited mobility. And in this the talk, you are going to know that what's the versatile mean. Versatile means multi-purpose. Individualized means the VIGOR will provide just adaptive service according to the health conditions and the preference of each of the individuals. Generative means this system is creative. We can create some movement, according to the, the individual preference. So this is we call the VIGOR. Okay, so and before I start, I would like to introduce our team. Yeah, our team is kind of interdisciplinary. Okay, we have the computer scientist, we have the anthropologist, we have the physical therapist, we have a psychologist, and we also have the mechatronics. So it's kind of a multi-professional, just the team. Okay. And now this is agenda, it's outline of this talk. Oh, by the way, this talk will be completed by Dr. Wu and me. Yeah, if we just, but he will jump in the picture in the question and answer part. So okay, the first one is the motivation of the VIGORs, and then just we are going to, because this system VIGOR, we have the 5 modules, so we will introduce them one by one. And we will conclude this topic according to our future work and the mathematical challenges. Yeah, we have the 5 modules. The first one is the motivations. Why just the motivations is physical inactivities. Physical inactivities is become a very serious society issue, particularly for the like the people with like this one, which we can see the wheelchair person and some senior populations and the hospitalized population, and even now it become like the physical inactivity become big issue for everyone now, because now is COVID-19, right? Everyone have to work from home. And yesterday I just I listened to the NPR radio. They said like the 73% of the people has gained weight because they have to stay at home without just physical activities. So this is the motivation. And now talking about the rehabilitation is that the 85, because 85% of the people, now this part is for the hospital, like for the patient. It said 85% of the people, we do not receive the necessary rehabilitation treatment. 85%. Okay, so all of them constitute the the motivation of the VIGORs. So yeah, before I start, I saw the title. It's versatile. Yeah, so this system we can provide just the multi-purpose function. We call EPC. E is enabling, and the P is the pusher, and the C is coach. EPC. So if somebody are not able to move, and somebody are not, then we just he or she need enablers, and somebody are not motivated to move, then he or she need a pusher, and then somebody don't know how to move. This one particularly for the rehab. I think the patient need rehabilitation, so they need a coach to teach them how to move. Okay, so this is the purpose, of the VIGOR. So yeah, this physical inactivities, become very just serious, just the social issues, there must be a lot of companies and or just the academic institution, they have started, try to do something to this one. As here we list, we list just some of our competitors. Yeah, someone is, yeah, and we have some special features. Yeah, we have something different from them. We have some functions that those kind of commercial product or the academic product that they don't have. Okay, here this diagram shows you can see that this is the VIGOR. Okay, so we have this is our just the strength of the. Okay, first one is we integrate, okay, biomechanics with the neural net, with the machine learning. Second one, we provide individualized or personalized, okay, users experience. And this one is we highly rely on the data. It's a data-driven technologies. And the next one is our system can be, because we call the versatile, can be applied to any kind of just the chronic, just the medical conditions. And then we try to provide a user-friendly interface. So this one, this slide, we show just a sample is the interface. It's a virtual reality interface, and the practicing Tai Chi with the virtual master. So this one here is the virtual master, and this is this lady is the practitioner, okay, like it's you, okay. So her work is try to follow my master to move do some Tai Chi movement, and she need to try to hold the ball, okay, without dropping it. Yeah. So this is a sample interface. Yeah, it's okay. So let's continue. Okay. So this slide here, we show like the functional feature of the and the enabling technique of the VIGORs. So we have the following, just the functional feature: 4D experience. 4D means X, Y, Z plus your tactile information, means your feelings, like for example, like the muscle strings and the heat and warm. So this kind of is a fourth dimensional, okay, X, Y, Z plus your feeling, the tactile feelings. And the two ways interactions. Smart means is the data driven. It's based on the artificial intelligence. Partial control, I want to say something because later I will just reiterate is partial control. What does partial control means? Partial control, because don't forget our system is the VIGOR is also for the people with mobile disabilities, some kind of disabilities. So if they if you just you injure you have injured legs, okay, how can you still with the injured leg, can you still like the walk like the normal people? Yeah, we will help you to solve this problem. We use the partial control. So we can just this system VIGOR can enable the users can move their legs, okay, only by waving their arms, okay. So then you can just this means you can use the partial bodies, okay, to trigger the movement of the whole body. So this technique is a partial control, and this function is distinguish Earth from other commercial softwares. So the partial control, that's what I want to emphasize. Enabling technique, I'm sure that everybody have heard about this one. And this math foundation, I'm sure that we have Dr. Gao have some mathematics students. I think they like it. Is everything is based on the like geometry, linear algebra, statistics, and probability optimization, and the real analysis like the tensor, FFT. I'm sure like this part is math people, they like it. This part is the computer and engineering people, they like it. Okay. So now let's continue. So this diagram show the infrastructure of the VIGOR. So we use a client server structures. So this part is a server, and this part is a client. So this diagram means she's the practitioner. Okay, the kinetic data will be collected and submitted to the server. And the server will grade her work and give some instruction and send it back through the VR and the tactile actuator and also the exoskeleton controller, just information back to the user. This part is from the client part. Okay, from the server part. The server part is the critical work is the deep learning enabled virtual coach. Means this virtual coach is enabled by the deep learning or deep neural network. This neural network was trained by the real human, okay, as a coach. So this is the most challenging part. At the same time, this is a deep virtual coach. He has to get some information from the biomechanic and the physical therapist. Okay, so this part is the most challenge. It's we can see that the major technical contributions of this work. Okay, so we have the 5 the modules of this the VIGOR have the 5 modules. The module 1 is human-machine interactions, okay, via the acquisition, transmission, and the reconstruction of the 4D data. Module 2 is pre-processing of the kinetic data. Module 3 is real-time identification and grading of the users. Okay, so it means this identification, so when you move the body, this virtual coach will tell you what you are doing. You are doing the ballet, you are doing the Tai Chi, or you are doing and also the grading, he will also give you some the grade, how good you are doing, okay, and give you some suggestion. Adaptive virtual limb generation. Later, once I show a video, you are going to know that what's the virtual limb generation they talk about. And module 5 is the individualized movement choreographies. Means we can design the movement according to your personal preference and your health condition. Oh, by the way, before I started talking about each the modules, please if you have any questions, please stop me. We can have once you get lost or something, some topic was not explained clearly, please stop me. Either Dr. Wu and I will just answer your questions. Okay, and this is our technical contribution, or we can say the selling point of this project. The first one is the visible neural network, or someone called interpretable. So this visible neural network means incorporate domain knowledge with the neural network, because we know that neural network is kind of black box. It's completely data driven, okay, framework. Domain knowledge means we just introduce the domain knowledge into the this black box to make this neural network smarter and more deterministic. So this is also very the hot topic, also very challenging, because the last time I went to a NSF panel, I think the most people, 60% of the people believe that the visible neural network will become a hot topic in the next maybe 5 years. They said this one is how to combine the domain knowledge with the neural network. Okay, this one is the second order optimization. Right now is the popular optimizer is the gradient descent optimizer is first order, is the first order. So, and a lot of people, particularly a lot of mathematicians, are trying to develop some second order optimizer, because the neural network, the training is always implemented by some optimization algorithm, right? The faster optimizer will train, will train the neural network faster. But the second order optimizer have a lot of, the issue. For example, like the more storage, costly or computational costly. Okay, so they are more costly. So many people, particularly many mathematicians, are working on the second order optimizer. So our team, we just developed the polynomial based second order just optimizer. This one is based on my previous my PhD work. So we tried this one. We're still working on this this direction. Yeah, I hope that more and more mathematicians can jump into this this field, second order optimizer. Okay, and then the measurement of the aesthetics. So this one is a lot of information. Particularly when you say, okay, a movement, okay, so movement is elegant or good personality, something. How do we measure those kind of informations, mathematically? So this is a challenging issues. And the next one is the novel neural network. This one is what we are doing. Yeah, we try to create some kind of novel, innovative neural network architectures. Okay, to just implement the problem. So, okay, now let's go to we have 5 modules. Let's go to each one of them. Okay, real time. It's and seamless human-machine interactions. Okay, so we just talk. This part is talk about the hardware. Okay, the hardware and the software input and the output between the human and the machine. Yeah, this diagram shows the input and output instrument. Yeah, so that because this part is the input and output can enable them, the human and the machine can communicate with each other, seamlessly. So for the input, our team, we investigate the following, just the sensory data. So we talk about EMG sensor. We talk about for example, like to monitor your muscle strength, and then we talk about the foot pressure sensor to measure the ground reaction force. And then another one is the Kinect. We use the Kinect to collect the kinematic data of humans, and the eye tracker. Because for when the people move, the eye's movement is very important in just information. So we also investigated the eye tracker. Okay, this part we didn't get it, this part. Yeah. For the output, we have the following informations. We have the following output instrument. First one is the VR goggle. And tactile actuator, we have not started yet. And then smartphone. Yeah, we use the smartphone. And another one is the active also offices, or you can exoskeleton, because we want to drive, we want to enable the people with the disability to move. So we need just we investigated the exoskeleton. So this is the input, and this is our output. So this input and output will enable the human and the machine can communicate with each other, just seamlessly. Oh, this one you can see the eye tracker, because the eye tracker is not You can see the this is the data. So when the people move, yeah, we can try to track the eyeballs, the movement. From this one we can just we can tell what kind of movement this the practitioner is doing. And this was the kinematic data. Kinematic data is in this job we track the location, the change of the position each joint, and the rotations of the rotations. And we also collect the ground reaction force, the left, right, using the pressure sensors. So this is our just the input data from the VIGOR one. Okay, kinematic, ground reaction force, and the eye tracker. It's output data. The output data, we have the virtual realities. We have the tactile actuator, because like what I said, we try to create a 4-dimensional data, right? So virtual reality tell you the X, Y, Z. Tactile actuator will construct the tactile information with the fourth dimension. Okay, and the third output is the exoskeleton. Like what I said, we want to enable the people to move, right? So we need to use so we have to use the exoskeletons. So. Oh, this is the data format. We use the JSON. Yeah, this okay. In order to just to make our to make our just VIGOR can be applicable to broader applications. So we also try to develop VIGOR, okay, over the affordable hardware, so that the most people can use it, right? Otherwise, people think your system is too expensive, I will stay away from it. So that's the reason we also develop we call it just a cheap version or affordable version, okay? Just the implementation. Yeah, like the Kinect, like $200. Like PC is like the VR goggle, $12 means you can use like the $800. You can start to use this just a VIGOR system. So okay, so this one I'm going to show you. This is a cheap version. Okay, the VR just interface. You see that this is a $12 the VR goggle, and he can also use enjoy the the VIGOR system. So okay, now we have finished the module 1, which is the input, focus on the input and output, just the hardware between the machine and the users. Now is the module 2 is we focus on the pre-processing of the kinetic data, because of those input and output, just the signal you collect is not perfect. It's not perfect. A lot of noise and a lot of you're going to incomplete informations. And so in this part we try to talk about technique, that how to make improve the qualities of the kinetic data. So the technique we talk about the temporal and the spatial normalization and the inverse dynamic. And don't forget is the right now the data, the input, if you remember that the input we can get the XYZ and rotation of each joint, and we can get the ground reaction force. So, but to do some kind of a data analytics, we need to know that the strength of the muscles and the force over each just the bones. So these informations we cannot get it everything from the sensors. So we need to use some inverse dynamic. So we need to introduce the biomechanics to do some calculations to enrich our data set. So this one is also belong to the pre-processing. And occlusion, yeah, you will see that because sometimes our part of our bodies was blocked by it's some occlusion is inevitable, right? So we have to use how can we recover this kind of occlusion information. Okay, so like why here I would just see that why the pre-processing is needed. First one is the sensory data, heterogeneous. The people with a different size, right? The sensor have a different view angles. Yeah, the people when you move, maybe you will not always stay in the center of the sensors. So all these things need to be, these sensory data are heterogeneous, need to be normalized. Incomplete, like the data is not complete. We just we need more data to do some analytics. So it's occlusion and kinetic data, okay, and then partial control. Yeah, this partial control means here from the point of view of data, okay, incompletion means if I injure my arms, right, my right arms, then I cannot provide some kind of movement data about my right arms. So in this case, I need to generate it, okay, using the machine learning method, so that provide a complete data set. And the next one is the data is nonlinear. It's highly nonlinear. So we need to use some technique to linearize the data to make our models, to make our neural network models applicable over this data. Because basically is the neural network cannot solve those kind of highly nonlinear problems. So we need to linearize this data. Yeah, I think that we talk about the following: SVD, wavelet, and the short, okay, SFFT, okay, Fourier transformation. So this is the diagram. I think too much detail. I'm going to skip this part. Okay, so it's the following technique we use. The first one is the normalizations. Like we have the spatial normalization and the temporal normalizations. Temporal normalizations is synchronized, okay? Synchronize the movement, okay, from the time wisely, okay? So linearization, we already talked about it. Okay, here I just show the this one is the this video shows the how do we remove the occlusions. So you can see that. So is on left side is the there's the occlusion. You can see that there's some inconsistency or some jumping. Like this part, you can see that the movement. And after the after the this one is we use the interpolation, spherical interpolation to handle the short-term occlusion, and then the movement becomes smoother. Okay, from the long term just occlusion, we use the K filter, common filter. You can see that one. On the left-hand side, you can see the movement is not that smooth. And then we use the K filter to pre-process the data. Now the movement becomes smoother. So this is using the K filter to smooth the data. So this is the extended K filter for besides the linear K filter, we use another extended K filter to further improve the movement. Yeah, to make this movement smoother. So, okay, now I want to summarize the module 2. Module 2 is focused on the, we call the pre-processing or data pre-processing to make our data is more constructive, more informative. Yeah, that and better core and more just the recognizable and make our future work much easier. It means the following work with, okay. Module 3 is identification and grading of the kinetics. This module solved the following problem. What is the practitioner is doing? And what are the users doing? And what's the, how where is the users doing? So this module 3 solves this problem because when you move your body, right, in front of the sensors, this our virtual master first need to identify what your movement, what you are doing. You're doing the ballet, you're doing the Tai Chi, or for the Tai Chi is which set 1 or set 2. And then after the virtual masters identify your movement, then he will start to judge you and give you some instructions. So here I highlighted the keywords, the real time. Yeah, because when you move your body, you cannot wait for, after the 1 hour and then the virtual master tell you, okay, something's wrong, right? He has to tell you your movement right away. So real time is it's a key word for this one. The technique we're using is the time sequence formulation and the entropies and machine learning. So, but okay. So for this part, for the module 3 is, I want to say that all the movement, okay, the movement, we will not analyze the movement frame by frame, because each movement have a lot of like the video, right? Have like the 30 or 30 frame per second or something. So in this systems, very vigorous, we will not analyze your movement of frame by frame, just the subsequence by subsequence. Each subsequence is 100 frame, means each time we will analyze 100 frame. So this technique can improve the consistencies of your analysis. And this diagram here, I will just show that entropy, we use the entropies to measure, okay, to grade the user's performance. Lower entropy values means your movement is more order. It's a lower entropy value means you are better. Your movement is more predictable. Otherwise, it's not good. So here I compare the entropy value of the two Tai Chi student. One is has practiced Tai Chi for maybe 6 years. Another one is only practiced Tai Chi for a couple of weeks. So you can see that their grading is totally different. So this is the beginners movement and the entropy value. This is the advanced, okay, the advanced students. So means we can use the entropy value to grade their movement. And about the identification of the the movement, this is why it's challenging, because we have to we have the real time, right? We have to identify the movement in real time. And right now, our the accuracy for the Tai Chi movement, Tai Chi movement is data set 3 is the 69%, almost no more than, it's almost 70%. This one. So more work is need to be done, to improve our the accuracy. So at the same time, under the real time. Okay, now is the module 3. I want to summarize the module 3. Module 3 is we use the the system, the VIGOR will identify what's the user doing and how well, and grade how well he's doing. Module 4 is adaptive virtual limb generations. Okay, so this modules is the particularly for the users with mobile disabilities. Here I just use like so this module 4 is motivated by the movie's Avatar, right? It's on the left hand side, is the, I think his name is Jack Sully, okay? It's in the wheelchair, okay? So, and then this one is in the virtual world. So okay, now it's in the, not in the virtual, but he just have some virtual capabilities. So is the technique is the visible neural network, the global musculoskeletal network, the hierarchical network, the autoencoder. So this is enabling technique to implement the module 4. Okay, so this is objective. So maybe it's that one is, I'm going to show the video. You will know that. Okay. So this is our videos. Give me a second. So this is the users, and he just injured his arm, his legs. He cannot move his legs. However, so he can just control the movement, his leg, control his by moving his arms. So this is the, okay, we can see that the virtual leg generated, okay, it's this one, this leg we can call it, it's a virtual limb generations. And this technique can be applied for the people, we can, by moving his arm, control the exoskeleton, so that the people with just got it. Oh, I'm sorry. This one is forget about it. It's a long story. So this one, he can just he can just move his arm by he can walk by only just moving the arm. So this is a technique. Yeah, this one is a technique. So we got step 1. We got the whole body. We needed the whole body musculoskeletons. And from this whole body, and then we can get a hierarchical skeleton. Hierarchical input is the the input is your body part that is functional, and the yellow part is non-functional. We can take the advantage of the don't forget the correlations, because the human bodies, each body, they are correlated. So you can control your functional bodies to control your infunctional bodies. And then the hierarchical neural network will be translated into the neural network we can implement. Yeah, we investigate many just different architectures to implement. So let's see which one is better. I think that, yeah, we can see that we use a different architecture, different neural network architectures to generate a movement of the virtual legs. Yeah, this is our current the best result. So you can see that. So it's the leg can you just move your arms, and your leg will just move very smoothly. So this is our future. Currently is the best result. So we use the full thread autoencoder technique, because for the phantom or just a virtual limb generation, the real time is also very important. So, and this part was contributed by our just the mechatronics professor. Yeah, it's Dr. Elkin. Yeah, he implemented just the active offices, so that we can control the virtual limb signals can be forwarded to the exoskeletons to enable the user to move. Okay, we have finished the module 4. I want to summarize is module 4 is to is particularly for the people with the mobile just the disabilities. We can generate this kind of more virtual movement to enable them to move or to The module 5 is choreography. So this part, module 5, is the most challenging part. So yeah, even now we still have a lot of technical challenges. We still working on it. But I don't mind share those kind of challenges we're doing with you guys. Okay. So the data, so the source data. The source data, we have the 2 source data. The first one is human 3.6. This is in the M data set. So this you can download it from the internet. Another one is the kinetic data. We just collected using the Kinetic. That's what we are using. Our data is collected by the Kinetic. Okay. And so far we use the following, just the different neural network to implement the choreography. The first one is the autoencoder. We just combined LSTM and autoencoder, and this is the instructor that I'm going to show you some video. Yeah, so this is the movement, that this is a choreography, or this is the movement that created by the machine. Yeah, you can see that the data, this data was trained by this is the human 3.6. It's a movement. Walking is fine. It's a choreography. Is design the movement. It's okay. You can see that it's very close to the human. It's very close to the walking of the human beings. But now this is a Tai Chi movement, and that we create. Take a look at whether or not it looks like Tai Chi movement. It's kind of right. So this is the Tai Chi. This is creative. You cannot find it in the you cannot find this movement in any kind of a Tai Chi. Like the movie or Tai Chi book something. This is a movement created by the VIGOR. So the data is this one. We only have the 200. Okay. 200 times subsequence. So the data set is only 250. Maybe that's the reason it's movement. You can say that it's not that good. Hopefully after COVID-19 finish, we can collect more data to create collect more data, and hopefully we can create some more just like the movement for Tai Chi. But I'm not sure even this one is so this is our ongoing work. This is one of the probably one of the most distinguished selling point of this work is we try to combine the biomechanics and with using the GAN is the generative adversary network. We use the GAN to create some kind of design, some new movement, and using the invisible. It should be visible. I'm sorry. Visible means combine the mechanic domain knowledge. Here is the biomechanics, aesthetics, and the neural network. We combine all these things together to customize the GAN. So I highlight our contributions. So this part is incorporate the mechanics and the aesthetics into the neural network. So this part we use the biomechanics. Okay, predict biomechanics. This is the modeling simulation to predict the movement of next time step, and then feed this data back to the neural network. So this part is our contributions. Yeah, and also I'm sure that it's the brightest selling point of this work. So right now we are still working on it. So we got stuck on the biomechanics as in the inverse dynamic part. So right now, but I think that we will be there. So okay, The last part is the mathematics challenge and the future work. Our objective, yeah, because if you remember that the title of our project, we emphasize individualized. Individualized means we try to create some kind of adaptive service according to the individual's preference, something. So once you go to the individual, then we are going to face the problem small data, because if you want to create some kind of individualized, some packages, so you cannot. It's almost impossible to get a large, big data. So we have to learn from the small data. So this is our challenges. Another one is the data preparations. So like what I said, the movement, like the human body is highly non-linear. So you have to how do we linearize, or how do we organize the data to make the data is more informative, more constructive. And the next one is how do we create some kind of novel neural network architectures to solve the problem. This is our contribution so far. This is our polynomial-based Hessian-free neural network. We try to develop some kind of second-order optimizer. So we got some result, but the problem is right now we just only try the small-scale problem. For the large-scale neural network, we still need more work is needed. Ongoing work, the future work. The first one, we need the feedback from from the hospitals. Yeah. The second one is the ongoing work, and also again, like what I said, this is the visible again neural network. So, but still we have a lot of technical challenges. That this part is that we need to do that. And also the future work also include, we need to customize a bit. Right now, we only test our data in the Tai Chi movement. The first one reason, because we have a Tai Chi master in our research team, Dr. Guo, he is a Tai Chi master. Another reason is Tai Chi's movement is relatively slowly, and the movement is smooth. But if we want to, apply customize the VIGOR into the ballet or soccer, then problem will come. Yeah, because the ballet and the soccer is a movement, is more more violent, right? It's more just highly non-linear. So this is our future work. Okay, so this is our just to contribute as a paper. That is okay. I think I'm done. Now is question and answer. Yeah, if I cannot answer you, Dr. Wu, you will jump into the picture to answer your question. And also, I'm going to broadcast the surveys to everyone. So we needed to ask this, the students, and particularly to submit the survey, because the NSF, they do need this survey report. Okay, now the question and answer. Yeah, any question will be highly appreciated.
So I will start with the first question. Part of at the beginning of the presentation, you track the eye. What's the data used for the eye?
Oh, the eye, because the eye is become the input. You have a very good question. We collect the eye tracking, but we did not use it.
Okay.
Yeah, in the future work, right now we only use XYZ, and okay. we only use X, Y, Z and ground reaction force. But the eye tracking, because the we find that the eye play a very important, the roles in the movement analysis, right? For example, like the basketball player, the experienced basketball player, you just watch his, just focus on his eyes. You will know that what's the next movement he's doing, he's going to do, right?
Correct. And
Yeah,
the reason I asked that because for people with limited physically movement, so the eyes, the heart rate, the pressure. So if he lifts something more than what he's supposed to, he may squint, and this is very important if we incorporate this data in this board.
Very good point. Yes, you're right. Very good. Thanks.
So in the video, when you show the leg movement, so this person could not move his legs.
No,
so
he cannot move his leg.
What you were trying to do with the hand movement? Are you trying to like simulate the leg movement, or what?
I do not simulate this. I just use because when you walk, your arms and the legs, there's some correlation, right? So I will take the advantage. You only need to just move your arms, and your legs movement will be generated automatically according to according to the correlation between the arm and the legs.
So it is generated for your data purposes, but the person physically will not really move.
He will, because we have the exoskeleton.
Okay.
Yeah, we have you can just some patient have the paralyzed legs.
Okay.
And we can put an exoskeleton on his legs and move his arms.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
and then he can start to walk.
Sure. Okay.
Yes.
Good. So do you see that this thing can be used for rehabilitation therapies or something like that at home for the patients who cannot?
This part, we try to promote this system to the hospitals, but the problem is that the first one, our some technique, still not there's some distance between the real applications. It's more like the conceptual, the demonstration. Yeah.
Sure.
And also they are a little bit nervous about because when you introduce some new system, I'm sure they are relatively nervous or sometimes conservative. And so many wires, so many electronic equipment, they were scared. So.
And then the last question I had was about the feedback. So the feedback which you provide to the patient back, is that like a verbal feedback, or what kind of feedback is that?
Physical therapist, I think domain expert. Yeah, I needed you mean the feedback? You mean the last page?
Yeah, no. You had like in the last phase, you provide a feedback back to the patient, right? After they move, and if the Tai Chi movement is not correct, you provide some kind of a feedback to them.
Oh yes.
What kind of feedback is that? Is that like
the feedback is
or video, or what is it?
Yeah, both. Yeah, the feedback, I can tell you, I can show the video as a matter of fact. Give me a second. The feedback, give me a second. Can you see that? So can you see that there's some red color, pink color, something?
Yeah.
So this one is to visually show you your left arm is you should just leave it higher. Your right arm is a little bit higher, something. You need to turn your body. He will give you some. I turn off the video, but in our system we'll tell you some audio instruction.
Okay.
Yeah, we will give you, because this one is doable. So this is the masters. Will tell you students something wrong with your your body movement, and he will tell you how you should just correct it.
Okay. Okay. Good. Excellent. Very interesting. I think. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we demo in the I think the last year in the students. We demoed on the campus, so
Okay.
a lot of people practice it.
Yeah. Very nice.
Hi, this is Jay Yun from the Howard University. I think this is very interesting. I had some colleagues of mine who worked with a haptic device before, and I think this has a lot of practical implications for the people, doing the physical therapy, and then who need to recover, I don't know, from the trauma or some other issues they have in the past. I just have some comments. I guess some of my comments are more of the work for the future, because I know that this is still a work in progress. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be interesting to add some kind of gaming element, like maybe, some kind of scoring or giving the users, giving the game player, or giving the person who is using the system some ability to customize, maybe customizing the background or even customizing the avatar. I have a communication background, and then the theory from the communication, they say that when you feel more attached to the avatar, you have a strong I guess a strong motivation to engage in.
Yes.
With this human interaction, or human computer interaction, HCI. So if they can customize or choose their avatar, or even since we have the camera, if we can put the avatar in the shape and then in the having the face of the people who are actually doing this exercise, I think that would be interesting, and they may feel more motivated because they see themselves in the background. So this is just a comment, but I know that this is still work in progress. So maybe in the future, this is something we can incorporate. But
that's awesome. That's thank you for opening a bigger window for us. So.
Yeah, but I truly enjoyed the presentation. I learned it a lot. So thank you for the presentation.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for your comments. So, yeah.
I need to jump to another meeting, so I will leave. But thank you very much. This is wonderful.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Next week. Yeah. See you next.
Thank you. So, any questions? Dr. Wu, what do you think?
I think your presentation is very good. Great.
I can leave some question to you. Yeah, Dr. Wu and I, we are long-term collaborators. So this project, it's not easy. Yeah, I think it's 3 years ago, right? We have no money, right? Almost, and Dr. Wu used his money, to sponsor this project. So it's illegally, but finally, yeah, it's not easy. Yeah. Okay. Any questions? Dr. Lee, do you have any questions?
I was thinking about how this project is going to play in the project that we are in. So like how does it impact the curriculum? And in which aspect of this project is going to get into the curriculum design?
Mm-hmm.
How does it look like?
The only thing that we can is come from this one. We can see that I think the split or break up this project in many pieces. For example, like an exoskeleton, and we can just put that part in the AI. We have called artificial intelligence, and we have machine learning. What can I say that is but that's a good point. Yeah,
it's a huge project. I can see just that. In order for a student to be able to do to do something like to repeat something in this project, and some kind of context need to be provided, and the student. So it's probably not an easy task just to just to have students to be able to do something as a part of the, I mean, for training, because they, and how do they can stay independent of the other things and just focus on, for example, the AI part and or the machine learning part. That, I think that is a challenge.
So Dr. Wu, do you have any idea?
I think you are teaching machine learning course, so I'm not sure if you cover the topic like interpretable neural network.
No.
If not, we may add some element on this topic into the course content. I mean, the research in this project, like here, interpretable neural network, and also data pre-processing. I think this work can be used as some coursework, either, I mean, in the form of assignments or system-long course project. So that's just some possibility.
Yeah, but I understand the Dr. Lee's question. NSF probably will ask this one. Yeah, we need to think about how to answer this kind of question.
I think all of us are going to have to be able to answer these questions in our projects.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And this project is because it have research and have a curricular or have educations. How do we combine them together? Seamlessly. Yeah, we need to figure it out.
But this is a very interesting project, I can see.
Thank you.
And thanks for the that's a great presentation, and thank you for that.
Okay. Okay, I think any other questions? Yeah, if not, just then I will. And don't. But before I before I stop, before I end the meeting. Don't forget next Thursday, and Dr. Teng will Dr. Teng. I think that he will just talk about the application of the R programming languages. Yeah, and it's very interesting. And yes, and don't forget, I'm going to broadcast the survey. So don't forget to encourage your students and to just to filling out the survey, and even the students who did not show up. And also I'm going to upload this the instructions or this seminar on the YouTube, so they can watch the YouTube video and then send the survey back to us. Okay. I think that's all. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Very good talk.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.